General Mathpital. Crossroads of nearly 1,000 lives. A sanctuary, a haven, an edifice dedicated to the needs of those whose mathematical health is threatened.
Attention, please. The red zone is for loading and unloading only. Please get the ambulance out there.
Nurse, I've just been informed there's a case of asymmetriosis in the hospital.
Yes, doctor, there is.
Where?
Down there to the left, 307.
Dr. Kildare, the invisible man's x-rays are missing again.
Is there a case of
Asymmetriosis.
Gosh, bless you.
Yes, doctor, there is a case of asymmetriosis.
Where?
307.
Dr. Hilton, your room is ready.
Asymmetriosis?
No, thanks. I'm driving.
307.
Dr. Richards, your wife would like you to reach her on her
I think I'm going to be sick.
Take it easy, doctor.
Yes, doctor. Get a grip on thyself. Heal thyself. Sort of.
Yes, well, doctors, we have our case cut out for us.
Yes, this patient is asymmetrical. We'll have to make it look
Symmetrical. What is symmetry again?
It's a rotation or reflection that leaves a figure unchanged.
Ah, yes. Let's stick to reflection. Rotation makes me dizzy.
For this to be symmetrical, both sides will have to look the same. We'll have to operate. How are we going to get half this thing to be the mirror image of the other half?
I've had a similar problem, and this is how I'd solve it. Let's take a look at the patient's chart. I'd cut here, 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 and here. 6 incisions.
Will it bleed? I hate the sight of math blood.
Then I'd reattach the pieces like this, and like this, and voila! This half looks exactly like this half.
Oh, but doctor, you've cut the patient to ribbons. Oh, 6 incisions. Could it survive?
You want coddle or you want progress?
No doubt, that does turn this patient with asymmetriosis into a symmetrical figure, but is there another procedure?
I believe so. Let's try. With just 3 cuts, I believe I can make it beautiful. I simply cut here, here, and here. I then reattach here and here. There. Now the halves are mirror images.
Very good, doctor.
Wow. I made 6 cuts, you only made 3.
Well, it saves on cuts.
And stitches.
But is there another way?
No, let's cut.
No, doctors, what if I could show you how to do this operation by making just 1 cut?
Impossible.
Let me at him.
I could do it in just 1 cut.
Don't be ridiculous. You can't make that figure into a symmetrical form with but 1 cut.
She'll be sued for non-geometrical practice.
Ha! I simply cut here and attach here.
You've done it, doctor. With just 1 cut.
You turned that thing with
Asymmetriosis.
Into a thing of beauty.
Well, gentlemen, the important thing to remember is there's more than one way to skin a... If you gentlemen excuse me, my 10 o'clock patient is here.
Your 10 o'clock patient is
a cat?
Yeah, a jazz cat.
A 5, 6, 7, 8.
And so once again, common sense and geometry have solved another problem at General Mathpital. Crossroads of nearly 1,000 lives. Until next time, stay healthy and may the math be with you.
Action!
Wonderful, yes. Cut.
If it's out there, it's in here. Math. You never know when you'll need it next.
Time for Piece of the Pie, the game show where the answers to the questions come from you, kids at schools all over the country. I'm Reggie Cathy. And now let's meet the host of our show, Miss Beverly Mickens.
Yay! Thank you, Reggie. Hi, folks. Welcome to the show. Oh, we have some great contestants for you today, and you got to meet them right now. Over here on the red team, we have Myra, Justin, and the captain of the red team, Shelby. Let's hear it for the red team. And over here on the blue team, we have Alex, Barbara, and the captain of the blue team, Eamon, the blue team. Let's hear it for the blue team. All right, team captains, come on down with me to the buzzer. And Reggie, why don't you tell the kids at home about today's first survey question?
Sure thing, Beverly. We asked kids at the Edmonds Elementary School in Burlington, Vermont, to name something you eat that makes a mess. Beverly, they gave us 9 different answers. We need the top 5 answers on today's Piece of the Pie.
Thanks, Reggie. You kids at home have heard today's survey question. Team captains, yeah, you're right. You got your hands over the buzzer because now you'll hear today's survey question. Name something you eat that makes a mess. Shelby.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti is good for 21% of the pie. Eamon.
Cake.
Cake. I'm sorry, cake is not one of our top 5 responses. It's a good answer, though. All right, we're going to start off with the red team with 21% of the pie. You guys can go back to your seats now. The object of the game is to get more than 50% of the pie. Hi, Justin. Name something you eat that makes a mess.
Cereal.
Cereal. Sorry, it's not one of our top 5 responses. Barbara, something you eat that makes a mess.
Pizza.
Pizza. Pizza is good for 17% of the pie. Good, you guys are doing great already. Myra, hey, something you eat that makes a mess.
Corn.
Corn. I make a mess when I eat corn, but it's not one of our top 5 answers. All right, Alex.
Barbecue chicken.
Barbecue chicken. That's good for 13% of the pie. Wonderful. Already, the blue team has 30% of the pie, and the red team has 21% of the pie. Justin.
Huddle.
Huddle. Go for it. Okay, Justin, your answer, please.
Sub sandwiches.
Sub sandwiches. Whoa, you see me eat a sub sandwich. I'm sorry. Not one of our top 5 responses. Barbara, something you eat that makes a mess.
Pies.
Pies. No, I'm sorry. Also not one of our top 5 responses. Myra.
Tacos.
Tacos. Taco is good for 23% of the pie, giving your team 44% of the pie already. Good, you guys are doing swell. All right, 30%. Okay. That bell means this is a final round. Both teams will be allowed one last huddle to come up with your final answer. Teams, please huddle now. Okay, looking for your final answer. The red team has 44%. This answer could put your team over the top and to win the game. Your final answer, name something you eat that makes a mess. Shelby.
Hamburgers?
Hamburgers. No, sorry. Shelby wasn't on our top 5. All right, blue team, 30% of the pie. Something you eat that makes a mess. Eamon.
Meat?
Meat. No, I'm sorry. That also wasn't on our top 5%. But that means the red team has won this game with 44% of the pie and a chance to play the lightning round. Yes, all right for you guys. Also, an answer that was on our survey was Sloppy Joe's for 26%. You guys did swell. Thank you very much. I know this game is kind of hard, and you played well. Hey, red team, Justin, you come down here by me to play the lightning round. And Myra, you're going to go in the soundproof booth with Reggie, okay? Hey, Justin, how you doing?
Good.
Good game, good game. Very proud of you. Okay, we're going to play the lightning round now. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. And you win points based on the number of kids who gave the same answer you gave. And you have 15 seconds to answer the 3 questions, okay? Good, you ready? Good. Name a noisy animal.
Lion.
Lion. An ingredient used in making cookie dough.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar, all right. Something a gardener needs. Seeds. Good. All right, we're going to tally this up, see what you get. Now, we're looking for a goal of 100 points. That means you and your teammate together have to come up with 100 points. Okay, we asked you to name a noisy animal. You said lion for 3 points. We asked you for an ingredient in making cookie dough. You said brown sugar. Most popular answer, of course, for 33 points, bringing your team to 36 points. And we asked you for something a gardener needs. You said seeds. Good answer, 18 points, giving your team a total of 54 points. Yes, good for you. We're going to bring in your teammate now. Hey, Myra, how you doing? Good. All right, we're going to ask you the same 3 questions that we asked Justin, and you can't repeat any of his answers. Now, your target number for your team is 100 points. Justin has already received 54 points, so that means you need to come up with 46 points to win this game for your team. Okay, you ready? Good. You have 20 seconds to answer the 3 questions. Name a noisy animal.
Dogs.
Dogs. An ingredient used in making cookie dough.
Baking soda.
Baking soda. Something a gardener needs.
Hose.
Hose. Okay, good. All right, we're going to tally up the score, see how you did here. Okay, we asked you to name a noisy animal. You said dog for 22 points, bringing your team to 76 points, already close to your target number. We asked you for an ingredient in making cookie dough. You said baking soda. Unfortunately, that wasn't on our survey. And we asked you for something a gardener needs. You said hose for 10 points, bringing your team to 86 points. But you didn't win the lightning round, but you did win the game. Yay! The red team did win the game.
Our winners, the red team, will each receive this slick Square One jacket, not available in any store, along with a gift certificate for sneakers. And, to carry all the loot home, the Sport Jester gym bag. Our runners-up, the blue team, will take home the solar-powered laser hologram calculator and the ever-timely Square One watch.
Thanks a lot, Reggie. From the blue team and the red team, thanks a whole lot. Come back to watch Piece of the Pie. Thank you. Hey.
The story you are about to see is a fib, but it's short. The names are made up, but the problems are real.
It was Wednesday, 9:43 a.m., and traffic around the Big Apple was befuddled. Police were inundated by missing auto reports when, as it turned out, the autos weren't missing at all, but had merely disappeared into potholes along the West Side Highway. Some of the holes in the pavement were so deep, entrepreneurial developers were selling them as low-rise apartments. I was working the day watch out of Mathnet. My partner is George Frankley. The chief is Joe Greco. My name is Tuesday. I'm a mathematician. Leo DeRocher, a baseball man, once said nice guys finish last. George and I weren't baseball men, but we were nice guys, and we were definitely wallowing in the second division. We decided to look at scenes from earlier episodes to get back in the hunt. We had been contacted by a young girl named Babs Bengal. She was like any other young girl, except Babs was on a minor league baseball team.
I'm not exactly on it. I'm the ball girl.
You're the one down the line that picks up foul balls and such?
That's right, Mr. Frankley.
Boy, what a job. Wish I could have been a ball girl when I was a little boy.
Babs was a good friend of the team's ace pitcher and star hitter, Roy Lefty Cobbs. All season long, they had been playing a mathematical game.
A number sequence? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10?
Uh-huh, that's right. Only we might do it like, may I? 1, 3, 7, 15.
And the game is?
The game is, the other guy has to guess what the next 4 numbers are.
George pointed out that the next 4 numbers might be any 4 numbers. Babs agreed, but said,
I have to guess the next 4 numbers in his sequence. We call it Guess My Rule.
Babs went on to say the number sequence game had been going swimmingly until Lefty got on a hot streak. Then his number sequences went cold. We decided to go to the stadium to watch the Phenom work out. It was there that we met Babs' grandfather, the legendary Casey Bengal. He told us about Lefty, or as he called him, number 13.
Number 13 is sure on a hot streak, isn't he, Casey?
Oh, yes. Of course, hot streaks have a way of cooling down. You know, averaging out over the long haul. Nobody can keep doing what 13 is doing for a whole lifetime.
Did you do a number sequence?
A trainer named Dr. Frank N. Steenbrenner was taking care of Lefty. And when Babs asked him to let us meet him, he said,
Listen, little girl, I told you to keep away from Lefty. He's got to think about the game.
We didn't meet the elusive Lefty, but George got to do the next best thing, I guess.
You know, Casey, I used to be able to give that ball a ride when I was a youth.
If you want to step in against old 13, it's okay with me. Just grab a stick of lumber and swing away.
George said he had never seen a ball thrown so fast. He asked Casey,
How fast does he throw that ball, Casey?
Well, a lot faster than he used to, I can tell you that, and I have.
We clocked the ball at 143 miles per hour, nearly 50% faster than a major league pitcher could throw it. We were amazed. And when we went into the locker room, Babs was amazed.
Can you beat that?
What?
Was that Lefty's locker?
Yes, and he didn't even leave a number sequence for me today. Hey! Something very strange is going on around here.
No sense at all? Uh-huh. The numbers get larger and then smaller again? Yeah. What else? He repeats himself. Bummer. Maybe he's developed a numerical stammer. Okay, Babs. We'll be in touch. Morning, Pat.
Morning, George. Do you know what this is?
Sure. Remember you said you couldn't come for dinner last night?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's what you missed. It's just as good the second day if you heat it up.
What is it?
Well, it's a slice of Martha's meatloaf. What did you think it was?
I don't know. It looks like a hockey puck.
The joke's on me. I wrapped the wrong thing.
What is it?
It's a hockey puck.
Thanks anyway, George. Who was on the phone?
That was Babs. She got another sequence from Lefty today and didn't make any more sense to her than the last few.
Morning, each.
Morning, Benny. What's up?
Benny's been doing some sleuthing for me, Pat.
Oh?
Any luck, Benny?
Not much. He played some ball in college.
Any good?
Who?
Not much. He pitched a couple of games, ERA 9.75.
Was he a stick?
Who?
Couldn't hit his hat.
Hey, who?
Thought you said she wasn't into baseball, George.
Yelling who all the time doesn't mean she's into baseball, Benny.
You two mind sharing your gibberish?
George asked me to check out this guy, a Dr. Frank N.
Steenbrenner.
You mean Lefty's keeper?
Right. So he played baseball in college?
Yeah, Michigan Agricultural College. A season and a half, then he got kicked off the team.
For what?
I don't know. He just got the boot. His coach is retired now. I haven't been able to reach him, but here's his name and address.
Earl Red Koch, Red Cedar River, West Lansing, Michigan. Ever been to West Lansing, Michigan, Pat?
I thought I had, but when I woke up, I realized it was just a bad dream.
You mean you're going to fly to West Lansing?
Nope.
No?
Bus.
Mrs. Koch? Yes.
We're here to see the coach.
Oh, how wonderful of you to come and call on the coach. Hardly anyone comes around since the sanctions.
Well, our pleasure, Mrs. Koch. Where is the coach?
He's in his trophy room. Oh, come on in. Coach? Visitors?
Coach Koch, I'm George Franklin. This is my partner, Pat.
Tuesday.
Mathnet.
Did you win those?
No, we didn't win them, Coach Koch.
Oh, had to buy them, hmm?
May we?
May we?
Coach Koch, we came here to ask you about a student athlete you once coached.
What kind of athlete?
A student athlete?
Are you sure it was me?
Yes, sir. His name was Frank N. Steenbrenner. It would have been about 30 years ago.
Frankenstein.
Steen. Frank N. Steenbrenner? He was a pitcher.
Name ring any bells?
No. But I remember him.
Could you tell us about him?
Yes. His nickname was Cornfield.
How so?
Because when he would pitch the ball, the batter would hit it into the cornfield for a home run. He wasn't very good.
Is it true that you kicked him off the team?
Yes, I did.
Why?
For betting on the games.
He bet on baseball games?
Yes, and he was rather successful, too. Made a fortune.
Who did he bet with?
Oh, lots of people. The athletic director. The president. Me.
Coach Koch, do you remember what Steenbrenner majored in while he was in college?
He changed his major several times, I remember that. He started in hotel management. And then he switched to animal husbandry, I think. And then he switched to sports medicine for a time. I know that. And there was something else.
Remember what?
Not offhand.
Well, Coach Koch, you've been a big help.
I'm sorry.
If you think of what he got his degree in, let us know. Will you, Coach Koch?
I hope so.
See? It repeats numbers, they get larger and smaller, too many numbers.
Yes, it breaks all your rules. Have you tried sequences that build on whatever this is?
Yes, but I got no place.
Babs, let me ask you. Did you two ever use alphanumeric codes?
What's alphanumeric?
That's where you let numbers stand for letters in your coded messages.
Oh, we did that for a while. We used to write, birthday cards and Christmas greetings, stuff like that. But then we got into number sequences, which are a lot more fun.
Maybe Lefty has hit sort of a number block or something.
You mean he can't think of number sequences anymore?
It's possible. He is under a lot of pressure.
I've tried to ask him about it, but Dr. Frank N. Steenbrenner keeps interrupting us. Lefty just smiles and says everything is fine.
Why don't you try sending him a coded message and see what happens? Maybe if you get back to basics.
It might snap him out of it?
It's a long shot, but sometimes when you're trying to solve a problem, you've got to try a lot of different solutions.
I'll give it a shot. Thanks for your suggestions. You guys are good friends.
Hope they work, Babs. Pat, I don't get this number sequence.
Me either.
But you know, I get the feeling I've seen it before.
Where? On a very big license plate?
I don't know. Maybe it was a similar pattern in one of Lefty's earlier sequences.
Hey, Mathnetters. What's up?
Hi, Benny.
What's new in the undercover cop business?
Well, it's not exactly undercover, but the sports world is abuzz.
About?
Your buddy, Dr. Frank N. Steenbrenner.
What about him?
You haven't heard about his auction?
What auction? Cobb's to be sold to highest bidder. Man with golden arm to be auctioned Friday.
What does this mean?
40-year-old baseball phenom Roy Lefty Cobbs will be auctioned off to the Major League's highest bidder this Friday at the Newark Hotel, according to his personal manager and trainer, Dr. Frank N. Steenbrenner. Steenbrenner said the bidding will begin at $100 million.
Is that nuts or is that nuts? Who's going to pay that type of bread for an over-the-hill pitcher on a hot streak?
According to the paper, all 26 Major League teams are interested and are sending representatives.
But how can he do this? Doesn't Casey Bengal have Lefty under contract?
They didn't bother. They figure he's never going to amount to anything, so the Rivervale Rowdies just let him play out the string.
According to the paper, by the time they realized what a valuable commodity they had in their hands, Dr. Steenbrenner had already signed him to a personal services contract.
You mean Steenbrenner owns him? I thought slavery was illegal.
It is in most places, but not in professional sports. In the pros, it's still in vogue.
This is going to break Casey's heart.
It's not going to do Babs any good either.
You mean Casey, the manager?
He was going to get a shot at managing in the big leagues if the Rowdies won the pennant. Without Lefty, they won't have a chance.
That's awful.
The auction isn't until Friday, so Lefty has one more start tomorrow night. If he wins, the Rowdies are in the pennant.
Even so, they'll get creamed in the minor league World Series without him.
Can't be too sure, George.
What do you mean, Benny?
Adversity often brings out the best in a person. You know, the underdog rises up to smite the favorite. The team rallies to find that it's not a collection of individuals, but a close-knit, well-oiled machine. When the odds are against them, they stand tall and lash out, withering their opponents and crushing them into a helpless, worthless pile of gelatinous gunk.
Benny, what a moving statement.
Do you really think the Rowdies can do it?
Not in 2,000 years.